Well, I get up around 7. I go to work at 9. I got no time for living. Yes, I'm working all the time. It seems to me I could live my life a lot better than I think I am. I guess that's why they call me the working man. No, we're not talking about Rush today, but we will be talking the working man, or a working man, here on Two Geeks and a Microphone. Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Hello there. So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first?
I guess I'll talk first. Well, I messed up the intro. I did it before the countdown, but that's okay, as George Lucas would say. We'll fix that in post. Anyway, as you can see, Steven is not with us this morning. Steven was on vacation a few weeks ago, which is why Megan and I did an episode, 3 weeks ago, right, Megan? On what?
I said, date or subject?
Yes, sure.
March 14th, Iron Lung.
There you go. So she and I did Iron Lung. That was a few weeks ago. And then Steven and I had a pre-recorded episode because we knew he was going to be out of town. And we did that on the Patterson cut of Kenobi. Both very good episodes. If you haven't watched them yet, go back and check them out. And then last week, we took a week off because we, as the Shanks family, went to see the Battlehawks home opener, victorious first game. New coach, happy so far. I just hope we have a good season, but we'll see. So right now, at the moment, we have the entire Shanks clan. And this, I think, is a very first for the podcast. Brenda will be joining me. Brenda, my beautiful bride. She'll be joining me today, and we're going to be talking A Working Man, and that's starring Jason
Statham.
Statham, right. Brenda, bring your mic down just a little bit so it's closer to your mouth.
Yeah, like
there you go. You got to talk into the mic there. Well, however you're comfortable, but you got to talk into the mic. Yes, Brenda has not joined us on the podcast before. However, yeah, I was going to say, however, this is not your first podcast appearance.
No, it's not.
It might be first time on Two Geeks, but you have appeared with me over on our friends' podcast, Nerdery and Murdery, which, by the way, I better skip over the comments, and there we go.
Also with Megan.
Oh, yeah. You and Megan have both been on Nerdery and Murdery.
Yeah, we did
together.
A musical one, which was really cool. You should go listen to that one. Sorry.
Oh, I hate musicals.
That's why it was Megan and I.
Yeah, you're darn right.
That was my idea.
Yeah, it was your idea, too. Yeah, exactly. Well, I got a few musical. Actually, there's one playing in St. Louis I wished I could go to, but I just can't afford it right now. Spam-A-Lot's playing. I love Spam-A-Lot. That's probably the best musical of all time.
At the Fox?
Mm-hmm. At the Fox. And I'm not sure who's starring in it. What was that, Megan?
I want to go to Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice might not be bad. Yeah, Beetlejuice is playing too. Or actually, is it still playing? I don't know if it's still playing or not because Spam-A-Lot started, so Beetlejuice might have ended. Not really sure.
Beetlejuice hadn't started yet.
Oh, okay.
I looked up the tickets.
So maybe Beetlejuice is after the Spam-A-Lot run then. I don't know. All right, so we'll kick off the show with our normal. Well, I don't have any geeky news whatsoever. As we say a lot of times, it's either feast or famine, and right now it's famine. There are a lot of movies coming up this summer. Hopefully Steven and I are going to get to most of them. Definitely. Mando and Grogu, we have to watch that one. I can't think of what else is coming out now off the top of my head. I know there's a few things coming out that we want to go see, but anyway, we'll be making further announcements as time goes on for that. We are trying to work out an April schedule, but with Steven sick, it's kind of hard to.
He can't even talk, the poor guy.
Oh yeah, he is on vocal rest right now. So
doctor's orders.
Steven can't talk. Yeah, we talked to him the other day on the phone, and we could barely hear him. It was terrible. So hopefully he'll be back here soon, though.
And I'm going to say it on air. I'm sure Kelly's enjoying this time.
I don't know. Kelly might be going through this too, because he said
that's true.
she was really sick too.
I'm sorry. We've been praying for him,
but doesn't mean we can't jab at Steven a little bit.
I love them. Drink a couple margaritas.
I don't know. Does that do anything?
I don't think that's gonna help.
Yeah, margaritas always help.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so no geeky news today other than, what's coming up, and I'm not 100% sure of that schedule yet. So hopefully we'll have more information next week. In the meantime, let's do Geekdar.
Go with the radar, sir.
What's wrong with it?
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what?
The what?
And the what?
You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. That's not all he's lost.
Steven does all this stuff. I don't do this stuff usually.
I say nothing.
I'm not used to having to switch scenes and everything. And it's really difficult switching scenes, going to the sound effects, doing all this.
Appreciate Steven a little bit more, huh?
I always appreciate
I know.
Steven.
Controls.
What's that, Megan?
You're the only one with controls, so.
Yeah, right now. Right now, so.
Yeah.
Okay. I have Geekdar, but I will let either Brenda or Megan go first. If either one of you have a Geekdar.
Megan? Do you have any?
I just want it to be my Geekdar.
I just asked you.
Even though it's the grumpy she doesn't like.
I bought a grumpy bear.
And why do you love Grumpy?
No.
I don't know if they could hear
know.
you. I don't know if they could hear you, Megan. You were muffled. So explain to you again, because we also have an audio version of this.
I have a Miniso, which is a store in our mall. They have a lot of blind boxes and kind of stationary stuff. Also snacks. They're kind of a Japanese-inspired store.
It's a big store, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But they had a Care Bear collab. And so I have a Grumpy with a little koala onesie. Because they were kind of like onesies. Grumpy and Cheer Bear are my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Grumpy is your mom's favorite.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling the story.
Okay.
So when I was 16, my dad was working at Target, and that was when the Care Bears really were out. And he found me a Grumpy Care Bear, and that's what I got for my 16th birthday from them. And I was thrilled. I didn't need a car. I wasn't in that. But so fast forward, we get married, we have a baby. Megan's probably about 2. And she grabs a hold of that bear. Now, my dad passed away quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
And
9.
yeah, you're about 9. And so it's Grumpy. And so it really is very important to me. And she grabbed a hold of that, even though my dad was still alive at that time, but she wouldn't let it go. And I was just like, no, this is not a bear you play with or anything like that. And yeah, she was not letting it go. But my husband, who loves me very, very much, he
Both
went
of you.
online and he found her own grumpy Care Bear.
An original.
Yes, an original. Yep. Still had the curl and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he bought her that, and I got mine back, and she has her own.
Uh-oh. Luna hears something.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm not in there to tell her to be quiet.
Right. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Megan's is Care Bear. Brenda, do you have anything?
I do. We didn't discuss this because I saved it for the podcast. So I work at a school right now, and I'm on spring break, which has been pretty cool.
Must be nice.
Yes, it has been. So I've been watching Netflix, flipping, and I found something, and I watched half of the first episode, and then I stopped and I said, "Yep, got to watch this with Michael." Nurse Ratchet.
Oh.
Yes. Oh my God.
Is it a spinoff of
It's like the prequel.
Okay, so it's the
Oh
prequel to
my gosh.
uh,
Yes.
oh gosh, what was the name of the
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No. Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She was
Why
that
was it?
nurse.
Oh, okay. Oh, prequel to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, huh?
It's how she became Nurse Ratchet. Ooh, is all I'm gonna say. I only watched half of the first episode, and I was like, "Okay, stop now, and we are gonna watch this together."
I think I remember people. I think that's been around.
It may have been, but I found it, and I was like, "You're
It
huge."
had very mixed reviews from what I remember.
Well, the first half of the first episode was intense. I was like, "Whoa, okay then."
Okay.
Yeah.
I do.
She's cutthroat.
I do love One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Yes.
Nest. That's one of my favorite Jack Nicholson movies of all
And
time.
that, I mean, the actors that are in that, it's like, whoa. Yeah. So, yes. And I think
Cool.
they look so much like the movie.
So are
original.
any of the other characters from
I only got to half of the first episode. So I'm not saying much of anything, but we're going to watch this.
I don't really remember all the characters' name. The only name I remember for sure is well, you had Jack, who was Jack.
We haven't come in contact with the patients yet.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Chief's going to be in it, and whoever
And
Danny
all I'm just saying
DeVito's
is
character was.
she's intense.
Okay.
Like, dang. And she makes things happen to get her way.
I'll bet you Billy's in it though,
I don't know.
because Billy was there when Jack arrives,
Right. But
and
she's
they
younger.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe
And
Billy's
so-
not there because he's young. He's very
Yeah,
young,
right. So I don't know.
and she really manipulates him throughout the movie.
I'm not saying no more. We're just
Interesting.
we're gonna watch it. So yeah, that was my. I mean, I've been watching a lot of movies, and hence the movie that we're reviewing. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Let's watch this one. So he comes home, and I'm like, hey, I got a movie, and we've been watching movies. We watched Mercy, and there was another one I don't remember, but yeah. So
Okay. All right.
done.
I'm going to move on to my geek door. Mine is mainly comic books. Actually, I am going to mention one other thing, since I opened up with the lyrics to Rush's Working Man, because I thought that was perfect for this this episode, considering we were talking about a working man.
And he was mad that it wasn't.
Yeah, I
in the
wanted
movie.
I wanted the theme song to be Working Man. I mean, that would have been awesome. But I am a huge Rush fan, and Rush did their very first performance with their new drummer. As a Rush fan, it's hard to say because Neil Peart died about 5 years ago, I think it was 5-6 years ago, and of course Rush has been retired for 10. And you know, a lot of fans were like, no, Rush better not go back out on tour without Neil because it's just not Rush. And to a certain extent, I agree with that. But they picked up a new drummer that Geddy had heard about, and he was really excited and thought, hey, let's go back on the road with her, and let's just pay tribute to all of our music of the past. And they did their first official performance with her like a week or two ago. They did it on some awards show. I don't know what it is. I think it's a Canadian awards show. And she did a great job. I was very impressed with her. I liked her drumming. I liked her drumming style and everything. Geddy's vocals are a little rough, but he's 72. Give him a break.
Hey, yeah.
Give him a break. And it's got to be hard to sing like Geddy does, especially after you've been singing like that for 40 years, constantly on tour.
And how long has he been off?
He's been off for about 10 years. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So he's not used to singing.
It's not like
that.
Sammy, where he's continued to sing.
Right. Sammy sounds great.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Juno Award.
What's that?
The Juno Award.
Juno Awards. Thank you. Thank you, our Tito. All right. But anyway, let's get on to the main Geekdar. I have comic books, and I have some new facsimile reprints. And the first one is book 2 of Batman the Dark Knight. I had already showed Batman Dark Knight 1. Yeah, it's because it's in a sleeve.
Yeah.
This is Frank Miller's classic, The Dark Knight Returns. And I'm excited because now I'm getting the individual floppies, and I've never had the individual floppies of The Dark Knight Returns, so love that. And this is issue number 2 in Batman Year 2, which is really exciting. And I love this one because it's got the cover by Todd McFarlane. This is one of his few Batman covers, and it's got that just awesome, crazy cape that McFarlane is very famous for. Love that. It's close to Megan. It's close to that one Pop You Got Me, which is also a McFarlane cover. But I don't think that's part of the Batman Year 2. And then I got a reprint of Invincible #1. I was excited when I saw this, and I was like, oh, got to get it. So Invincible #1, and which the next season of Invincible has dropped. And as soon as Steven is back, we will discuss when we're going to cover Invincible, and we will get Tom Hutchinson back for that too. Then my last one, and this one I think I was the most excited for, and I didn't even know it was coming out, but Ashley over at Fantasy Books, got to give her a shout out. Fantasy Books in Belleville. She knows my comic taste. And she saw this and she put it in my poll for me as Deathstroke #1. So they're starting a new Deathstroke series, and he's one of my favorite DC characters. So
yeah, you even
excited.
Got that one over like Batman comics in your poll.
Well, I still got 2 Batman comics. I just showed them.
I know, but
not current Batman, but
I know, but you're like, oh, as soon as I seen that, I was like, yeah, that's coming home with us.
Yeah, I even pulled that. I pulled that over a certain facsimile that I had her put. I won't say the facsimile because I'll save that for another Geekdar, though, which that one I'm excited about too. So, but I'm limiting myself so I don't spend too much. And
I know, and I appreciate that.
And I'll get it later. I will definitely get it later. Okay, that's Geekdar. Are we ready for the main event?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do this. Let me see if I can find the panel.
It's time for the main event.
All right. Look, Steven's always with us.
Yes, he is.
For those who don't know, that's Steven's voice for the main event. If you don't listen regularly, which, yeah, if you do, you should know that. All right, today we will be talking about the movie A Working Man. And like I had said, it stars Jason Statham.
I thought it's the.
It's actually A.
Oh, okay.
The Working Man. I think there's another movie called The Working Man.
Yeah, there was quite a few actually.
Yeah. And then of course there's Rush's Working Man and so on and so forth. But anyway, it's a movie starring Jason Statham. It also stars David Harbour. David Harbour is known for Marvel, the Marvel Universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's also played Santa Claus in one of my favorite Christmas movies now. He's also played Hopper. Yep, Hopper in Stranger Things. So
and he was the Russian in.
Yeah, in Marvel. That's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was the first one I brought up.
Okay.
I always forget his name, and I think it's Lexi or something.
Lexi, yeah, it sounds like the.
I want to say Lexi. Anyway, and he also stars in DTF St. Louis.
Yeah.
Which we are currently watching. Is a weird show. Really strange. But we're not here to talk about that. So
we're not.
After we watched this and I started doing some research, I did not know this, but one, it is written and produced by none other than Sly himself, Sylvester Stallone.
And David Ayers.
David Ayers?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can tell watching this, it is very Sylvester Stallone. I mean, this has got his thumbprints all over it, it's just right up Sylvester Stallone's alley. I totally see it. But then the even more exciting thing that I found out is that it's based on a book series. Let's see, where's the name of the book series? Oh, the book series is called Levon Cade Books, and there's 12 books in the series. It's written by legendary.
It's called Levon's Trade.
Oh, okay. I
looked that up too.
I just got Levon Cade Books.
Yeah, it's Levon's Trade.
Okay. All right. But it's written by legendary comic writer Chuck Dixon. And Chuck is the writer of Nightwing Year One, which Steven and I just recently covered. We covered the DC High volume of it. He's written Bane. You can see parts of Bane through this too,
Yeah, I can now that you say that.
Yeah. And he's written Punisher, but more importantly, he is a huge part of the Rippaverse, which if you watch the show regularly, Steven and I are big fans of the Rippaverse. Rippaverse material coming very soon, by the way. And a guest from the Rippaverse coming soon, hopefully the end of this month. Anyway, Chuck Dixon has written, he's written Alpha Core. He's co-written Isom with Eric July of Rippaverse. And I believe Horseman is his total creation. I believe he is the only writer for Horseman. So he is a huge part of Rippaverse. He has been a part of Rippaverse since day one. So Chuck Dixon is legendary, and I love the fact that this is all based on novels that he wrote. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm looking at
Yeah, you got Nobody Fool. And Samuel, Life is Good.
I see that. It says, hello, it's been a long time. You know me from before, but I'm using a different name. Okay.
Is he in the witness protection?
I have no idea. Hey, Nobody's Fool. Thanks for joining us. And like I said a minute ago, more Rippaverse material to come soon, so keep watching for that. Samuel, life is good. Okay, well, hopefully you're protected in the Witness Protection Agency. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, so oh, no way. Oh, so cool. Nobody's Fool just said he got the Isom figure last week. Oh, that is, oh man, that, yeah, that's some big bucks there. But man, that's a gorgeous figure too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. The figure or the statue? If he means the figure, it's not near the price tag as the statue, and still a gorgeous figure. Statue's gorgeous too. What?
Roger says he's using the same name as always.
Okay. Thanks, Roger. Thanks for using the same name. I can tell by the picture too. Anyway. All right. So we will be talking Working Man.
Oh, he said he's Sam from Australia.
Oh, okay. Hi, Sam. Sam from the Down Under. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Sam. Good to know that you're not in the Witness Protection Program.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, it's always good to hear from Sam. So Sam will probably be going to bed soon. So maybe we should end every one of our episodes with "Good night, Sam." That's a joke from Nerdery and Murdery, in case you don't listen to them. And if you don't,
You should.
you should.
If you could start with the one with Megan and I were on, or Michael and I.
Well, Steven and I have been on
Yeah.
several.
Actually, their
episodes.
crossover with I like the Exorcist one. That was pretty cool.
That was one of our first, actually. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So all right, we're moving on. This we normally kind of give each of our own little quote unquote synopsis of the movie. And then we each give our rating, and we have a rating scale. I'll let Brenda reveal that in a moment. So this movie, it reminds me a lot of Liam Neeson's Taken. There's similar beats to the movie Taken.
Yeah.
It has a very Taken feel to it because you have a girl who is kidnapped and basically sold into
Sex trafficking
or human trafficking. And then you have a man with a particular set of skills who's coming to kill you because you took her. So it's the same basic storyline. But what?
No.
Okay. But it's it's different because Jason Statham is a different action star from Liam Neeson. Both of them are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love both actors, and I can't say that I like one movie over the other because I really like Taken a lot too. But I think there's some aspects of this movie with the characters in this movie that I like a little bit better. We'll get more into that later. I don't want to reveal too much of it because we're trying to do spoiler free right now. But with Jason's character, who's Levon, and his military background, love his skills, and I love the family dynamic. That's probably a different feel than Taken. Taken doesn't have quite the family dynamic. There is a family dynamic to it, but not the same as this one. And I think that's one of the things I really like about this. But yeah, overall, what's our scale, Brenda? You picked it last night.
M14.
Nice. And why did you pick an M14?
Because it is, with him being in the military, it is one of the guns that they used, and it's very emotional for him, and I just like that aspect of it.
I did too. I thought it was cool. And it's a cool gun.
It was reverence.
Yeah.
Very reverence.
Yeah. And it's a very cool gun. So
yes.
I was impressed that you picked a gun. I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, it was very significant. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like his partner going through this, kind of.
Yeah, in a way. I agree. All right. So with that said, I'm going to give this, or maybe I should wait until you give yours. Or do you want me?
Okay, well, I want to give a little say.
right.
I like the aspect of him being military, and that was such intense for him. And he was like, okay, my family situation, it hurt it, and I want to rebuild that. I'm trying to say not too much, but and he wants to be a different person, but sometimes situations happen, and yeah, I just think I like the relationship that he has with his boss who
Mm-hmm.
gave him an opportunity, and how the relationship with his former military people, his family, and then the dynamic of his family all grows in this. I really like this movie.
There's a lot of layers of there's a lot of layers in this.
And then you got the family on the other side.
Right, because I mean you have what could be considered his adopted family, which would be his boss, Joe Garcias, who's played by Michael Pena, and his family. They kind of take him in, sort of. He works for their construction company. He is the.
Are we getting into spoilers?
Well, I don't know if this is really a spoiler. Again, he's the working man. That's the reason it's called a working man.
He's the foreman.
He's the foreman for their construction company. And
Mafia family construction.
Right. And they kind of take care of him.
I love how they feed him.
Yeah, that's great. Why is everybody always feeding me all the time?
Because you need peanut butter and tuna.
Yeah, something like that. Ooh, peanut butter and tuna. I like peanut butter. I like tuna. I hope not. That'd be gross. Ugh. Here, would you like a peanut butter and tuna sandwich? No, not really.
Not even when I was pregnant.
Gross. No, you wanted McDonald's hamburgers.
No. McDonald's made me throw up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. McDonald's did make you throw up.
Make me throw up.
What was
it? Was Chuck Wagon.
Oh yeah, Chuck Wagon tacos. Chuck Wagon is a little Tex-Mex restaurant here in the Fairview Heights, Belleville area.
And they have great tacos.
Our daughter would probably argue with you on that one.
She liked them when I was pregnant with her.
Well, and she likes McDonald's hamburgers too, but she didn't like.
Well, I can eat those now, but I would drive by a McDonald's and I would go, no, couldn't do it.
Anyway, and some people would tell you that they drive by McDonald's and go,
and not pregnant.
Right. Although I like McDonald's, I
do too.
I hate the hate on McDonald's, but anyway.
McDonald's.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about McDonald's. Right. You took.
So
you completely derailed me.
Sorry.
Where were we at?
Rating.
Okay. So I will give it a 9 out of 10 M14s.
Awesome. I would probably give it a 9.5. I really like this. We watched it twice. Megan hasn't watched it, and I told her, we'll watch it again. I really like this movie.
I did too. It was a good movie. I'm looking forward to a sequel for this.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, especially now that I learned that it's based on a novel, which is part of a 12-part series, 12 novel series. I'm sure, that it's going to be a sequel. And I didn't look and see what the sales were on the movie. Hopefully they were really good because
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
Tito.
Do what?
I says, okay, Tito.
What?
Did it?
A working man.
Man.
How did you miss?
She's not listening to us.
We are how many minutes? We're 35 minutes into the episode.
Imagine that. She's not listening to us.
I kicked off the show with A
Yeah.
Working Man by Rush. There was a reason for that. Anyway, let's see. So Jason Statham plays Levon Cade. He is considered quote unquote the ghost construction worker. He is called the Ghost because he's a former special ops agent. We were confused a little.
I think it's
you said you believed he was part of the British
British
military.
military. Something, yeah.
And he gives his daughter Mary a patch, and the patch is like half U.S.,
Right.
half British.
Right.
And he tells her, "You hold on to this because I'm going to come back and get it."
You're a mixture of both.
Yeah, you're a mixture of both. So I guess you're right. I guess he was Brit. I don't know. Although I think Jason Statham is I think he's Aussie himself. Heck, Sam might be able to tell us that.
Yeah.
He might be able to tell us whether Jason's an Aussie or not, but I think he is. He sounds like he's got an Australian accent to me. I just had never really looked into him much, so I'm not.
He's an
100%
English
sure.
actor.
Oh, he's English.
Yes.
He doesn't sound English. He sounds Australian to me.
Well, he's English.
Of course, I know Australian and English are very close. The Australian is derived from the English. Of course, so did we.
He was born in Shirebrook.
Okay. All right. I guess that makes sense then.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, he's a special ops guy. And he's wanting to separate himself from the military. He wants to get out of that lifestyle. He doesn't want to be known for that lifestyle anymore, especially that he's a dad and his wife had passed away, so he's trying to raise his daughter by himself, but her grandfather does not like him and basically trying to take her away from him because he thinks that he's dangerous for her.
Right.
So yeah, you have that dynamic going on, and he's at a constant battle with his father-in-law over the daughter, which is an interesting dynamic for the film.
Mm-hmm.
We can get into the villains.
He undermines the relationships with Levon and Mary. And did you notice Mary was spelled M-E-R-R-Y?
I did. I thought that was weird. I've never seen Mary spelled like Merry Christmas.
So the only thing I could think of was in England, instead of saying Merry Christmas,
Merry
they
Old
say
England?
happy. So maybe Merry
Old England.
Mary, he meant happy.
Could be.
I don't know.
That could be Merry Old England.
Yeah. But I just thought that was interesting.
Okay, that's a good thought.
Did we ever get the mom's name?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I don't remember if her name is even mentioned. Honestly. Which is you would at least think her father would have mentioned her. Yeah, her father's kind of a jerk, honestly.
Not kinda.
Well, yeah. Actually, I put in my notes, he's an a-hole.
Yeah. So he was an ex-Royal Marine Commando.
Okay. All right. Ex-Royal Marine Commando.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess he's part of the British military. And we never get how he ended up in America.
It just says that they fought. It is United Kingdom's Marines. So, and the other guys were Marines.
Remember talking in the microphone.
I'm sorry. I think them being the Marines and his other guys that he gets in contact with were Marines, United States Marines. I think they all fought in some war together, obviously.
Right.
So,
And we have other military connections in the film. Like I said, David Harbour, he's one of, I would say he's probably, just by the portrayal, probably Levon's best friend, more or less. And I'm trying to think of David Harbour's character's name now. Let me go back to IMDb real quick. Gunny. Gunny's his name. Gunny Leftree.
Yeah.
Gunny Leftree's Gunny's kind of his go-to guy for weapons, which I love.
Yeah.
So he's sort of the guy in the chair, but it's more about weapons than it is about information. But we find out he has a guy for information too.
Yeah. Not only weapons, but information stuff. Like the spying, the gadgets that he had.
Oh yeah, well yeah, gadgets and weaponry.
Yeah.
And that's primarily what he's there for. And the great thing is he was blind.
Yeah. And he shot that arrow.
Oh yeah, he almost shoots Levon when Levon shows up at his house and he's like, "Hey, can you not kill me, please?
If I wanted you dead,
you'd be dead." I love that. I love his character. If there is a sequel, I hope there's more of him in
it. Samuel asks.
I see it here. Let me put it on the screen. Sam says, I keep imagining he's part of the Queen's Royal Guard with the silly hats.
I don't see him wearing that hat.
And when you say that, all I can think about is the Simpsons episode where Homer goes up to the Marine at the changing of the guards in America and goes, starts making faces at the Marine and all this stuff and expecting him not to be able to do anything. And the Marine punches him in the face and going, we're not Brits.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I love that.
That's funny.
Where does he get those wonderful toys? That's what Roger said.
From what's his face?
From not what's his face. From Gunny. He gets it from Gunny.
Oh, how appropriate.
Anyway, and then of course, I loved the line from Mary.
Are we doing spoilers?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot. Okay, so we're doing spoilers. Hey, Steven popped in.
Hey, Steven!
All right, let's see what Steven says. What did you say? This is a character based on a series of books. I didn't know that.
We didn't either.
Yeah, we didn't know it until last night. Actually, we just found out. And what did you say the books were called, Brenda?
They're called Levon's Trade.
Levon's Trade by Chuck Dixon. I'm loving that.
Yes. That is pretty cool.
And Steven, you should know very well who Chuck Dixon is. So we've talked about him lots of times. Anyway. But yeah, as I was saying that Levon's daughter makes a comment that I absolutely loved when he asks, or when he tells her that he's going to take her to Gunny's house and kind of as a safe place. Because that's after her grandfather gets attacked. Her grandfather gets attacked by the Russians.
Now, wait a minute. That's like...
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're way into it.
All right. Yeah, I'm far into it. I can't help it. It's a great line. I love it.
I get it, but we ain't there yet.
Okay, wait a minute. Now we got some more comments. Got some more comments. Sam said, do the books have the same name as the movies? Maybe I should look into it. I don't know, because I haven't looked up the books individually. So they might not. I don't know. I'll have to do some more research on that. I'm sorry I didn't know that already. Steven says, the same Chuck Dixon. Wow. Yes, the very same Chuck Dixon who wrote Bane. He wrote Nightwing. He wrote Horseman.
So what you're saying is I made a really good choice on this movie.
I have never said that you
No.
didn't. Well,
No.
no, there were
Yes,
some movies that,
there's been some movies where like, what the heck did we just watch?
let's see, and
Okay.
Sam says, well, that answers the question. I'm not sure what the question was.
I think Sam was being
Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we should start at the beginning. Um,
Jenny is helping run the, like, managing the finances, books or whatever in
right.
the family. She's done a semester in college, and they're gonna go out and blow off some steam.
No, I thought she was getting ready to go to college.
No, she had one semester in,
Okay.
and that's what Dad said. He goes,
Oh,
"What is
that's
this, a
right.
wedding? Why you have one semester in, and I'm spending all this money for what?"
Yeah, she is spending a lot of money. Boy, she's daddy's princess. That's for sure.
And yeah, hence the princess comic, huh? But yeah, so they go out with a party bus. Was it who had the fake IDs?
I don't remember who got
remember.
them. Somebody got her and all her girlfriends
I think
fake
there's, like,
IDs.
5 or 6 girls.
Yeah, something
this
like
group?
that. Something like that. And this is all taking place in Chicago.
Yes.
So,
They got a party bus, so they're hopping this bar and then this bar and this bar.
right. And then they happen to go into this one bar,
Mhm.
and there's a particular bartender who we find out is a total creep.
Johnny. Here's Johnny.
And Johnny is scoping out girls
Yeah.
for a couple of the other bad guys.
He's not scoping them out. He's selling drugs.
Well, he's selling
It's,
drugs.
Hutch or Viper. Right. Viper's in there taking pictures of all young girls.
But I think he's scouting them for
yeah.
Viper.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, they're getting drunk, and the one girl, her friend, feels like she's gonna throw up. So Jenny takes her to the bathroom to throw up.
Oh boy, here we go.
It just, I guess as a woman, you don't leave your friend alone. You always stay in a pair when you're out. I mean, I've never been the partier, so, but you don't leave your friend alone. And she left her friend in the bathroom, and that's when she gets kidnapped. Jenny does. Jenny leaves her friend, and she gets kidnapped. Had she stayed with her friend, they may have both been, or they may have said, no, not yet.
Well, I don't think
You don't know.
I don't think they would have passed up, because we find out later, a little bit later in the movie, Viper takes all these pictures of all these girls, and then he sends them to Demi. He sends them to Demi, and then Demi sends them out to all of his quote unquote customers. And they pick from the pictures of which girls they like.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody Fool gave it an 8.
Oh, 14s. Cool. Awesome. Anyway, so yeah, we kind of find out the whole inner workings of the system a little bit later in the movie and everything. But go ahead.
I love, before this even happened, when she was out, her and Levon, is that how you? Levon. They have this really cool relationship, and I love it when she says, she gives him food or whatever, and she says,
"Oh, you're talking about Jenny, the daughter."
Jenny, yeah.
Okay.
Before this all happened, she's like, "Yeah, there was an incident at the construction site, like 7 minutes into the movie. Boom, they were on, and she's like, whoa,
Yeah,
where'd you learn all that?
Some heavies show up at the construction site to shake down one of the workers for money that he owes them. We still don't know what he owed them for money
Didn't
for.
matter.
What I was imagining was probably gambling. That's what I was imagining.
And he's like, don't come back.
I hope I'm just I don't want it to be drugs.
Were they Russian also?
No, I think they were Mexican.
Oh yeah, because they said vamonos. That's right. But anyway, so she was like, yeah, well, can you teach me some of that? My grandfather already told me how to break fingers and something. I was like, okay.
Well, she reveals that her grandfather was also in the military.
Beret.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was kind of a badass himself.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we had that aspect going. That was cool.
But she gets kidnapped.
Yes, she is taken.
And yeah, exactly. I was like, so her parents are like, Dad comes in and says, he goes in and he says, I recognize, my dad was a Green Beret and I recognize that in you, you take care of people and we want you to find our daughter.
Right. And at first he turns him down.
Yeah.
Because he's like, no, I left that life behind. I'm not doing that anymore.
He wanted to have a much more better life.
Cheers.
But yeah.
So, but then he goes and confides in Gunny and talks to Gunny about the whole situation. And Gunny right away knows what he's
right. I love that. Like we're gonna convince you otherwise.
Right. Yeah. Gunny's like, I'm not talking you out of this because nobody can talk you out of anything. Once you set your mind to it, you're gonna do it. So, so Gunny knew what was gonna happen, and Gunny knew what the right thing to do was too. He knew the right thing was to go after this girl and get her back.
Right.
So you gotta love Gunny for that.
Yeah.
So then he goes back to Dad, to the Garcias, and tells him, yes, I'll do it. And
so he gets $50,000 and then $20,000 as spending money.
Yeah, but that money was going quick.
It was.
Because I can't imagine how much money he spent on the weapons.
He didn't.
Well, I think some of them he had to have.
I don't think so. I think he got it all from Gunny.
I don't know.
I think
because some of the weapons he had before he went to Gunny. Because remember, so we had the meeting with Gunny, and we don't see any exchange. We didn't see any weapons at that point.
No.
And then he starts the mission, and first off on the mission, he's got specific weaponry that he's using. That I just don't know if he got it from Gunny or not. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
But and then he starts to get into, well, wait a minute. He has another connection. He has a police officer friend who's also former military. I'm not sure what branch or anything.
I think they were all Marines.
Probably.
I think that's how they'll know.
And he calls him and he's like, look, do you know this name? And the guy's like, yeah, you don't know what you're getting into. Because these are bad mofos.
Russian Mafia.
Right.
Bad.
Yeah, because they are Russian mafia, and they are not to be trifled with.
Yeah.
And such. And he's like, yeah, okay.
He told him they were the Smurfs or something.
Right. Yeah. All right, whatever. Okay. And then he's like, look, I can try and get info for you, but I have to be careful because, of course, if the department finds out that he's handing out information, then he's going to get in trouble for that. Mm-hmm. And he tells him, he says, well, here's what I'll tell you. There's a particular biker bar that is known for selling meth, and I would suggest you start there. So what in the world is she barking at? Oh my gosh. Hey, Megan, can you go check on her for me, please? Thank you. So anyway, he goes to this biker bar, and That's where he meets. I'm looking for his name. That's where he meets Dutch. What did you think of Dutch?
No, wait a minute.
Dutch is the. He's kind of the king.
Oh, yeah, yes, the other military guy.
Well, yeah, Dutch
Yeah.
is. He's. We find out
Yes.
during that little exchange. You're away from your microphone again.
Sorry.
You can move it. You can put it in front of you.
There's not much. I don't want to knock her toys off.
All right.
I like him.
Right.
I thought it was funny because he's like, he thought he was a cop, and
Dutch thought Levon was a cop.
Yes.
Well, he only thought that because Artemis told him he was a cop.
Right.
Right.
And she was wrong. And he tells his goons take care of him, and he kicked some booty. I mean, there was like 6, 7 of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And none of them stand and left. It was pretty cool. And then he was like, Hutch was like, he's like, okay, respect, you handled
Right.
your business. Yeah.
And then I liked when Dutch, he stands up and says, my grandfather taught me that you never shake hands sitting down.
Sitting down. Yeah.
And then when he takes Levon's hand and the grip, and he looks at his hand and he goes,
You're
a working man.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll bet you're ex-military.
Yeah.
And that's when there is a slight bond between Levon and this total.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm saying. So I think he had a little bit of respect for all the, he's like, he took care of all my bad guys. And then when he did that, he was like, okay, I gotcha.
But let's not forget, Dutch is a drug dealer. He's he's a king.
Oh,
he even has a throne.
Yes, he did.
It reminded me, and I never watched the show, but it reminded me of the Game of Thrones throne.
Yeah.
Is what it reminded me of. And it was kind of made of like bike tailpipes and stuff like that. It was kind of cool. Oh, I guess Steven watched it. He goes, Steven said that was a great scene.
Oh, cool.
So that's cool.
So what was
watched it.
Steven, what was your vote?
Yeah, Steven, give us your
rating.
Your rating too. Anyway, we forgot. We did forget two other encounters. We forgot he encountered the guy who basically found Jenny for Viper. He went to his house and took him out, which is how he met the Russians, because when he takes them out, the two Russians that they show up at his apartment, and that leads all into the whole Russian connection. This is all one big onion. You peel this off in layers.
Yes.
It's crazy. That's another thing that's different from Taken. Taken, it's like one organization that's taking these girls. With this, it's just so many layers, and it just gets worse and worse as it goes.
So what it was is you have the Russian Brotherhood or whatever, the Mafia, and so they each have their their little section or whatever.
Right.
And Demi is in charge of this sex trafficking.
Yep.
And basically he went out on his own to do this.
Yeah, because it seemed to me, so you have the one Russian guy who's above Demi, and
his father.
Yeah, okay.
In the pool.
Yeah, so you have the one Russian guy who's Demi's father, and he's of course above Demi. And then you have,
but I don't think he was above Demi, because he didn't know what Demi was doing, because when they said,
where's
the girl?
He knew what Demi was doing.
I don't think so, because he said, where's the girl? And he goes, what girl? And
Well, he didn't.
And he says the one that was kidnapped, and he goes, "Oh, Dimmy."
That's why I say he knows what Dimmy's doing.
No, I got the feeling that he was like, "What are you doing? Getting in Viet?" Yeah, no, I don't think he knew.
No, I think he knew. He just didn't know he took her.
Okay, Steven
says 8.5 out of 10. Absolute fantastic action and fights. Dialogue okay. Oh, we'll have to talk about the dialogue a little bit. It is Jason Statham movie. Story kept getting bigger and more complex, worth watching. Agreed.
Yes.
I like that Steven said that dialogue is a minimum. You have to remember this is the screenplay and everything is written by Sylvester Stallone. And Sylvester Stallone, his action characters are known for more action, less talk. So that's the reason for the lack of dialogue, you might say.
Yeah.
I'd say that Jason Statham's action speaks louder than his words. That would be my response to that.
Yeah.
Steve and I would have had a fun conversation on this too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have the father, and I love the interrogation scene between Levon and the father, because he takes the father. Well, first he watches the father slap his wife.
Yeah.
And he gets pissed because of that. Let's see. Steven says,
yes.
What? Sly helped write it? Yes. Thank you for joining us, Steven.
I don't think he watched the beginning.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah.
So anyway, Levon saw him slap his wife, and his wife leaves, and then he goes in the house, and then he takes him out to his pool, straps him to a chair, and leans him over the pool in the chair with just a cord holding him and everything, and looking for his information. And that's when
there's like what, $90,000 in the. Oh no, that was in the other place.
Well, he took the money when he killed the other guy, and that was part of the reason the Russians were pissed, because he took all this money, and then the father, because I don't know his name,
I can't think of it.
The Russian father, he goes, "But you stole my money," and he goes, "Okay," and he throws the money in the pool. He says, "I'm not here for money. I don't care." And he's like, "You can have your money.
I'm not a thief.
I'm not a thief. Yeah, I'm not a thief. So here's your money," and throws it in the pool. But then after he gets out of him that Dimmy is the one who has the girl, that's when he the Russian says something to him. I don't remember what he says. And he goes, "I'm done with you."
He tells him to F off.
Well, yeah.
Repeatedly.
And he also went through, "Do you know who I am?" That's the
okay.
trope. And,
Yeah.
and I'm such and such, which is another name for a Russian mob. And he's like, "Oh yeah, whatever you Russian mobsters are calling yourselves today. And I will go after your next 3 generations." And he's like, "Yeah, whatever." Yeah, cuts the line and just lets him fall in the pool and drown.
Great.
It was awesome. Great death.
And then you find out that his brother was like the head of this family.
Right. Well, the head of this particular part, because again, it's all part of this big brotherhood.
And I think the brother knew about the sex traffic.
Oh,
but I don't think his dad did.
Oh, his brother definitely did.
I think so.
That's for sure. And then, of course, his brother has his little minion,
Idiots.
Well,
they were his sons.
Yeah, you had the, for lack of a better term, you had the tracksuit mafia guys.
Ugly outfits. I mean, ugly.
They were no different from the guys from Daredevil.
I don't care. They were ugly.
I think it was Daredevil. Well, that's what. But it's like this whole Russian mafia thing, Brenda.
I just love the line when he says when they kidnapped, or they ended up getting Jason's character, and they're like, "Do you know who we are?"
Well, wait a minute. You're not really explaining who these guys are. So you have these two guys. They are the sons of the brother of the guy that
Right.
this is getting really confusing. Yes, Steven said it perfectly. Tracksuit Mafia.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And these two guys, they wear these hideous outfits. And they look like tracksuits, but they look like tracksuits made out of, I don't know, Indian rugs.
I don't know. I was thinking more like old-fashioned curtains that you found in your grandmother's living room.
Well, that's true. My grandmother had a couch that probably would have matched one of their outfits, but yeah, you got stuck on the whole.
Well, and they had those hats, and I was just like, "You don't look tough."
But I'm telling you,
I get it.
It's a thing in the Russian mafia, at least according to our media. It is. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know.
Not like I run into Russian mafia all the time.
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
I don't even know where I'm at.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, so they have a customer for Jenny, and she's a fighter.
The penguin.
Yeah, she takes a bite out of his cheek, and he's like, 43 stitches to get.
Yeah.
It was it was dress casual.
So yeah, dang it, I'm losing the names again. Viper and Artemis take Jenny to the buyer, the customer, and excuse me, I never got his name, but I call him the Penguin because he wears a tux, and he wears a top hat, and I don't know, he smokes a pencil cigarette, you know, as the pencil cigarette holder that he smokes a cigarette through. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So he looked like he's trying to be the Penguin, although he kind of has a southern accent, so he doesn't sound anything like the Penguin. He doesn't go wah wah.
Right.
But he definitely looks like her. And yes, that's when we find out that Jenny is really scrappy, and because he gets her out of the suitcase, they stuff her in a suitcase, and then
she's supposed to be drugged,
right, and asleep.
Yeah.
So he can have her way with her. Freaking sicko.
Yep.
But he gets his. I love the way he got his too. It was great. But yeah, and then she takes a bite out of his face, and then of course he doesn't want anything to do with her, so they
say, kill her.
Right. They take her.
I want her dead.
And then that's when Artemis and Viper have the meeting with Demi. Yeah. And Demi is ticked off because his customer's ticked off, which means
it was 200,000.
No, it was million.
No, the first time it was 200,000 because he says you cost me 200,000.
I thought it was
and
million.
Then he calls back and he says, "They said you didn't kill her yet. I won her $1 million."
Okay.
Yes, and he wanted her dirty.
Oh, yeah. They were going to kill her. They were told by Demi to kill her, because that's what they thought the customer wanted. And then that's when the Penguin calls them and says, "You got her?" "Yeah, we got her." "Great. She's alive?" "Yes, she's alive," and shows her to him.
And that's when she escapes.
Yes. So that's when we find out Jenny's really scrappy.
Yeah.
And they got her in the car and they're taking her back to the Penguin. And she puts up a fight, and she actually ends up making them crash, and she gets out of the car and escapes.
And she breaks using the tree.
Yeah. I think it was I think they had her zip tied.
Yeah.
It's not like chains or anything. I
No.
think they had her zip tied. Now she'll be in chains later, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, she escapes only to be found.
Well, she thinks she's being saved because
Right.
the cops show up.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Only to be found by the police. And
Take her right back.
the two cops that found her were on the take by the Russian mafia.
And it pissed me off when that female cop turned around and says, "I truly am sorry."
Yeah.
Bite a big one. I'm sorry.
Oh God, I almost spit out my liquid death.
Sorry. I'm like, seriously.
Yeah, they were scumbags.
Yeah.
All the bad guys in this were total scumbags. The only bad guy I partially liked
Was
Dutch.
I know.
and I mean, he's a scumbag because he's a meth dealer, but at the same time,
And it was all blue.
Yeah, right. Apparently, he gets his meth from
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, right?
I don't know. Is meth always blue?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's what. Anybody know?
From Breaking Bad, I thought theirs was special because it was blue. I thought meth was green, but
yeah, I don't know. But
I don't know. Blue. I'm not an expert on meth, so
yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
oh, I missed this. Steven said it was dress casual day for monsters.
Yeah.
I think he meant mobsters, but yeah he probably got auto-corrected. Every time I was typing in mobsters last night when I was doing the notes, it kept changing it to monsters.
Yeah.
It was making me so mad. Anyway, so yeah, she gets caught by the dirty cops. The dirty cops take her right back to their hands. Delivers her right back. Yeah, I knew it. Steven said mobster.
Yeah.
Stinking autocorrect. I hate autocorrect.
And they take her to the barn.
Yeah, the barn. That's where the penguin tells them to take her. So again, he can have her way with her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at this point, Levon has made it there.
Yeah.
So, and this is one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. Levon going through the house and just taking all of their guards out one by one. Oh, so good.
Yeah. And when she heard the gun, she automatically knew it was Levon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She's like, I'm in here.
Well, he told her in the beginning of the movie.
Yes, I would have your back.
I've got your back.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of a callback to what he says to her. And we'll bring that up in a minute.
Yeah.
Levon starts taking out all of their guards through the house and just one by one slashing their necks and just glorious.
And it was like a gambling establishment.
Yeah, well, I think there was a lot of things going on. I mean, you had the whole sex trade thing going on. You had gambling going on. I'm sure there was exchange of drugs going on there. Probably everything you could think of was happening in that big mansion, the mansion that they called the barn. Mm-hmm. Yes, nobody fool. I totally agree. Autocorrect, dumb. Couldn't have said it better myself. Anyway, wow. Oh no, nobody's fool. I'm sorry. I was thinking, wow, you stuck with us quite a while today, but that's nobody fool, not Sam. Yeah, Nobody fool usually sticks with us for a while. So anyway, we're getting to the end. Levon gets through all that, and in the meantime, the biker gang gets word that Levon's been taking out all the Russians, and now Dutch is pissed because
he introduced them,
right, and the Russians are his paycheck basically. Oh, yeah. That's where he's getting all his business is through the Russians and everything. So it's all connected, and God, it's crazy. Speaking of connections,
the board.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Levon has his own crime board.
Yeah,
that we see, and that reminded me of only murders in the house, or only murders in the building. Yeah. because they all build their crime board, and then so Levon has his crime board, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool how he has his own crime board.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Liquid Death is talking back to me this morning. Yeah, no, I forgot what was that.
So we were in the barn.
Right. Levon takes out all the guards. Right. And he gets down to
where they're holding
where
where
her.
she's chained up
Mm-hmm.
with her hands in the air or whatever.
And I love it when he busts in and she says something about, like, what are you going to do now?
Yeah, to the bad guys.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you don't know.
And I love
up a can of
whoop ass.
Yeah.
I loved the fact that Artemis and Viper think they're going to protect the Penguin.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, don't worry, we got this. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun.
They just took out all your armed guards for this place.
But in their defense, they don't know that. They have no idea. They have no idea that he just took
everyone out. They heard all the gunfire.
They heard gunfire, but they don't know that he actually took every single one of them out. They don't know that. They don't know exactly what happened upstairs.
Well, they about to find out.
And immediately, good old Penguin goes, "How dare you bust into here?" And Levon just blows him away and falls back into whatever that tub, or I have no idea what that was.
I thought it was like a fountain thing.
Maybe
it's like a trough because it was a barn.
Well, they called it the barn, but I don't think it was really a barn.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
But he took him out so quick. And I thought that was funny because they're like, oh, we got this. No, you don't. You don't have anything.
Nope.
So then Levon immediately gets into a scuffle with Viper. And while he's fighting with Viper, Jenny's fighting back Artemis. Which she was doing good. And this
her hands are tied.
Right, her hands are tied, and she's just kicking the crap out of her. It was cool.
Legs
and this is what I was going to say is one of the real differences between Taken and this, because Jenny she's fighting back.
Yes, she's not the typical female in distress.
Right now,
help me.
Granted, they didn't have her drugged. And the girl in Taken was drugged heavily.
That's true, because she probably would have fought too.
Right. They were all the girls in Taken were sedated.
Yeah.
And they were to a point where they almost didn't know their names.
Right.
So I mean, there's a reason why they didn't fight back. But but that is one of the things I liked about this. I liked how they fought back. Oh, Gerald popped in. Hey, Gerald. Happy Easter to you too, buddy. So what's that?
I said, has he been fishing lately?
Yeah, he has.
I know.
I've seen his post on Facebook.
Yeah,
he's been fishing.
Yeah.
So you got Jenny fighting Artemis. You got Levon fighting Viper. Sorry, I struggle with their names. They don't stick in my head for some reason. And then he takes out Viper.
Man, he's bashing his.
And then she kills Artemis.
She gets her in a scissors lock or whatever with her legs around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
Just squeeze and squeeze.
And then didn't she somehow get the chains?
It was all her legs. She's gonna be on WWE soon.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Because if she squeezed her with her legs enough to choke her to death,
because she was hung up here,
that girl's
and
got
she
some
kept
powerful
pulling
legs.
up and using it as leverage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Either way, she kills Artemis. Levon breaks her free. That's when Levon says, "You got my 6?"
No, yeah. I got your 6.
No, he says, "You got my 6." Basically saying, "Watch my back."
Watch my back. Yeah.
which is what he told her in the beginning of the film.
Yeah, I got your 6.
I got your no. Well, he didn't say I got your 6. He said I got your back.
Right.
But it's the same meaning.
Yes.
They're both the same meaning.
Right.
So he tells her that, and she's like, "What does that mean?" And he's like, "You got my back." Oh, okay. And she gets it. She gets it.
Yeah.
And then they go out of the house, and then Levon sets the M14.
Well, no, first they get attacked by the Russians come in.
Oh, yeah.
The Russians, the daddy that killed his 2 track star wearing.
We forgot when the Russians show up and they show up, and then the police show up.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
The police get a call that something's going on in the house, and of course they send the two dirty cops. I guess the Andy Warhol Russian.
I don't think they knew.
Yeah, I don't think he knew he didn't know that the police were on the take.
They were on payroll.
And that Andy Warhol guy, yeah, he's gun happy. Oh my God, he's gun happy. He'll shoot anything and everybody, including his own. He didn't care.
No, he was just having a good old time.
But he just just peppered them, with his gun and kills the 2 cops, which both of us are like, yeah.
Which I don't condone killing police. I appreciate the police.
Right. But those 2 were.
It's a movie, and those were bad.
They
guys.
were bad.
Yeah. They were worse than Boss Hogg and Roscoe.
Boss Hogg isn't near as bad as.
I know. I'm just kidding.
He's actually a fun bad guy.
Yeah.
I like Boss Hogg.
I have to give you a little grief.
He's not like these guys.
I know.
He's just,
he's a wannabe bad guy.
It's all about money for him.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing is about money. Boss doesn't want to kill people.
No.
And that's the thing. That Dukes of Hazzard isn't about that.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway. So now Levon takes out those Russians.
I love that where he opens this up and then he puts his gun up and he can see.
Oh, he's got some kind of camera on the gun so that he's sitting down and facing the opposite direction. I don't even know how he managed to do that. And then
it was cool.
And he uses the camera and to get his sight and blows him away. And she's like, "How did you do that?" And he goes, "Bluetooth."
Yeah.
There's some good funny liners. Yeah, fun one-liners throughout the movie too.
Comedy relief.
Right. Which is another staple of Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Again, this has got Stallone's fingerprints all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Once I found that out, I was like, oh yeah, I can tell this is a Stallone film.
Yeah.
Which I love. I absolutely love Stallone.
Yeah.
So then he gets Jenny, takes her back home, he leaves. And when he leaves, that's when we see the one high-ranking Russian, and he makes a phone call to the other guy
to the family.
Right, the war council.
Yeah.
As they called him. And basically, the other Russian tells him, "You don't go on crusades for yourself."
Right. He said he got away, or they called him the devil.
They call Levon the devil.
The devil got away, and he got the girl.
Which I find funny that they call him the devil.
Right. And so the big guy of the mob boss family, he was like, "Okay, he got away. Let it go."
Right.
And he was like, "No, he killed my sons."
Right.
And he was like, "If
your sons are creeps anyway."
He's like, "If you go after him, we'll kill you. This is done."
Right. And then we get the Darth Vader moment. No.
Right. And you're like, that just set it up for a sequel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're not done with any of these Russians.
We totally missed the part where when the Russian mob went after his father-in-law, and they burned his house, and Leland went in, Levon, sorry, he went in and saved his father-in-law.
Oh yeah, that was great.
He could have just said, "Yeah, okay."
Right. So he saves the father-in-law, and the father-in-law is like,
It's all your fault.
Who are these? Was this Russian mobsters? And he said, yes, it was the Russian mob.
It's all your
And
fault.
it's all your fault. You brought this on. Trouble follows you everywhere.
And Mary was like, he went in to save you.
She's like, Grandpa, he could have let you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
it was a good moment.
Yes. He was like, okay. And he did thank him. It was just like, okay, maybe we turned a corner.
So the big question is, who's more evil? The Viper and Artemis, for taking Jenny, or is Levon's father-in-law?
See, I think the father-in-law, because he's doing it. So you find out that his daughter actually committed suicide, and he blames his son-in-law, who was deployed, and he had, it's not like he could come home, and so he blames that. So he's doing it out of revenge he blames his son-in-law for his daughter's death. So he's purposely doing it to him and his granddaughter. Whereas Viper and Amartis, they're just doing it for money.
But at least the father-in-law does have a redemption moment.
Yes.
Right. Which Viper and Artemis, I don't think you can have a redemption moment for them.
No.
Ever.
Even when she said, well, I'm going to go get the sicko, this is a sick situation, but you're still putting these young girls in the situation.
Right.
And I loved it when they kept asking.
So when you add the redemption part to the father-in-law's story, I think Viper and Artemis become more evil.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Than the father-in-law,
because they kept asking him the whole time. Every time they'd come in contact, he'd come in contact with a bad guy. They're like, "Why are you doing this?" And when he went to Demi and he's like, "Do you have a daughter?" And he's like, "No." He says, "Then you'd never understand."
Right.
And then boom. And it's like, and that's exactly it.
Well, they none of them could understand the fact that this one man was going to so much trouble to save this one girl.
Yeah.
To them, she was not a human being. She's product.
Yeah.
She was just product to them. Which
so
was
if
sick.
I would have been like Artemis, which I would have never be in that situation, but I would have been like, is this his kid? If this is his kid, we're dead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
okay. Steven said Darth Vader. No, that's a funny call out. Good one. Thank you, Steven.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's
well, and then they take him back. He takes her to the house. And before they go in, because at the beginning when he took care of the workers situation with all the bad guys, and she's like, whoa, if my dad saw this, and she says snitches get stitches.
Snitches get stitches.
And before she walked in, she was just like, because she had said, I think I killed her. And he's like, good. But so before they walked in, she looked at him and she said, snitches get stitches. And he says, yep. Basically saying what they don't know ain't going to hurt them.
Right. Yeah. So Levon returns Jenny to her family.
Yeah.
And
he goes back to Gunny. And
yes, that's a great family moment too. Mm-hmm. I love that. Because Gunny tells him, you're home, brother.
Yeah. And she was like, Dad, you made it back. I made friends with I don't
a duck and a goat and
no, it was an owl and
an owl.
Something else. I don't remember. I just thought it was funny.
Apparently Gunny has a lot of animals.
Yeah. Well, he lives in a secluded cabin with he lives off the land.
I'm kind of jealous of him.
I know. But he lives off the land.
I'd like that.
So, yeah.
All right. So that's Working Man in a nutshell. Again,
highly recommend.
Yep. I highly recommend. Steven and I always ask this. we both watched it at home. We did not see this in the theaters, but if you would have had a chance to see this in the theater, do you think it was worth going? It would have been worth going to see in the theater.
I think so.
Okay, I agree.
And if it would happen to come to Skyview Drive-In, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing it on the drive-in.
I think we'll probably catch the second one at the theater when it comes out. So,
but definitely, I would definitely recommend it.
Definitely. Got to get my underwear at Kmart. Definitely. Faulkner's on at 4.
Steven, did you have any Steven skips? I would say probably not, because this was action.
Oh, no. This is right up Steven's alley.
Yes,
I highly doubt he had any Steven skips. Steven also said yes, worth paying for the theater. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, that is Working Man in a nutshell. We should probably Steven said no Steven skips.
I didn't think so.
See, we had Steven here. He got his input.
Yes.
So.
Yay.
And he didn't even have to talk to do it.
I'm sorry. I talk a lot, so.
Well, it is a podcast.
I know, but you're usually an hour, so.
Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes we go over. It's all right.
This one I just really liked. And when you guys were talking and you're like, well, I guess we'll miss another week. And I was like, no, you just missed. And I was like, well, I could be on. We could talk about this movie.
Yeah, I was excited about that. You haven't been on our show before.
I've been on my second favorite podcast show.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead. And then I'll read the view.
Yes.
I'll read the.
So Nerdery and Murdery is my second favorite podcast. No matter what Zig and Jeff say, Stephen and Michael are my favorite. And yes, but if you haven't checked them out, you need to check them out because they're phenomenal.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Nobody Fool says, you have a movie drive-in? I'm jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we do. We do. That drive-in has been there for...
Oh, gosh.
I'd say over 50 years.
My whole life.
Well, yeah, definitely.
I'm closer to 60.
Our drive-in had actually probably opened back in the 50s originally.
It has 2...
It survived a tornado.
Yes, it did.
One of the screens was destroyed in a tornado, I think, in the 70s. They rebuilt that, and then they rebuilt a second screen. We were supposed to get a third screen.
Yeah.
And I'm still upset that never happened.
It became a car wash.
Yeah. Yeah, the third screen became a car wash instead.
Yeah.
I still have no idea what happens. And it's so funny because that drive-in, they've threatened to shut it down many, many times. Oh, and Brenda and I went to a wedding at that Brenda, Megan, and I went to that drive-in.
Yeah.
In fact, I was a part of that wedding. So
yes, it was dressed as a bird.
Yeah, I was dressed as a bird. My friend Jason, for his first marriage, he got
it was his only marriage. He's not married.
Oh, he's not married now?
No.
I don't know. Anyway. But anyway, he got married at the drive-in, and that's because he worked there. So anyway, it was fun. Yeah, so yes, we have a drive-in.
Story.
We have a drive-in. Anyway, we should probably close this out. We both really loved The Working Man, or A Working Man. I keep saying The Working Man.
And honestly, I don't remember watching anything else with Jason Statham. I mean, I knew who he was, but I didn't know who he was. I like him.
He's famous for a movie called Transformer. I think that's his big.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a series, and I think he's a bad guy in it. I don't think he's a good guy. I
can see him playing a bad guy too.
Oh yeah, I'm
but
sure.
I really like. He's the silent but deadly.
He's also silent but deadly. What, did he fart?
No, he's more powerful.
Okay.
Even if it was right.
And he's also known for the Fast and Furious franchise, and I don't. I don't.
Yeah, we've never seen. Look, when I worked at Blockbuster, I tried. I brought it home, and also Gone in 60 Seconds or whatever. We tried both of those.
Yeah.
Never were able to get.
Just not our property. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. So, if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you very much for sticking with us for the whole episode. We love it. If you got any comments, if there's something you want to share about this film or any other episode we do, you can contact us at show@2geeks. That's the number 2, GEE. Did I say 2 E's or 3? E's. KSMIC.com. I don't do that as well as Steven does because this is his shtick every week, not mine. And then, of course, if you want to find out more about us, you can always go to our website, which is at GEEKSMIC.com. And then that you can find out a little bit about each of us. You can and you can get to our episodes and everywhere that they're broadcast. We're broadcast on all the major podcasting platforms, so on and so forth. And then you can also get to our merch page, where if you'd like to buy some Two Geeks merchandise, t-shirt, or I don't even remember all the things I have on it. I got a lot of things on there. But you can get some cool merch, which, that just helps promote us, promote our brand. And you can find that on the website, or you can just go to www.2 GEKSMIC merch MERCH.com. And
that money just goes right back into the show.
Right. And then if you want to support us any further, you can go over to our Ko-fi page. Ko-fi, we try to do we had a lot of stuff planned this week this month, and then Steven got sick.
And you've been working on hard.
Oh, I've been working on my mic has issues, but I'm not happy with it. I want to try to get it done in the next couple weeks. I keep promising it, and then every time I do it, I don't like it. So I'm working on it.
Well, I can attest to the fact you come in here, you spend a couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours, and I get 6 minutes, and I'm not happy with it.
Yes.
So still working on it. But Steven and I both did an episode. We did a playthrough episode of the first book of Lone Wolf. Excuse me. Which is a lot of fun. And when he gets better, we're going to plan on doing more to get through that whole. Well, we didn't do the whole first book. We did the first part of the book anyway. But we plan on finishing that out once Steven gets better. So we have all that going on.
Speaking of Steven, he has 2 last comments.
Oh, okay. Steven says, nice job. Thanks for being on the show, Brenda.
You are very welcome.
And he also says, we need to have you more often.
And now that we figured out that Megan could do it from her room,
yeah, Megan can actually do it from the iPad. So we found that out. So, all right. And then I guess my shtick now. So if you made it this far, please make sure and go and like and follow us and subscribe on all the socials. We are active on Facebook and Instagram. I try to make interesting posts, funny, geeky posts, so on and so forth. Sometimes memes. Some of them I might steal. Some of them I might create. And then also you can subscribe to us on all the places that you can watch us. And that would include Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. And Rumble, I got the link right today. So awesome. We're live over there. I love it. But if you like us, please go and like and subscribe to us on those places. Supposedly the YouTube algorithm likes it when you like the episodes. So go make sure and give it a thumbs up. These are things that you can do to help promote us without costing you a cent. So, all right. With that said, any last words, funny antidotes?
I've enjoyed this. This was nice.
Okay. You said you had an outgoing.
No, I was just going to say snitches get stitches.
There you go. All right. So, Please make sure and do not Steven skip this episode because we are much more better than the rest. Cheers. Snitches get stitches.
Mhm.
Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,
May the force be with you.